Isomoto says welcome to the vlog.
You know, I was going to go and check out this little street festival that they had going on this week, and they had shut down the whole street and like had vendors and stuff like that out there. But then, since I was in the area, I was like, I want to go and check out what's going on with MoMA right now, the museum, and they have like a really good store there. So my plan was to just go and check out the store. But then when I was there, I realized that there's an exhibit that I heard about the last time I was at this museum. And it just so happened that on the day I visited this week, it was the very last day that this exhibit was going to be open.
You landed at me. And that went to the gym.
So the exhibit that I wanted to go see was called How Video Transformed the World. A lot of the art had to do with commentary on surveillance. And I remember in college we learned about chance music, electronic experimental music, and Philip Glass. And there were a couple pieces I saw there that reminded me of that genre of music, except with video as like the main medium. Something that I thought was going to be in this exhibit, which I was disappointed was not that present, was more stuff having to do with very, very modern forms of video, like YouTube stuff, social media. There wasn't that much that had to do anything with internet video, social media type of stuff. My friends, we are out here by Central Park. I got off at Columbus Circle back here because I had some inspiration this morning for a video photo project. And I even brought out the tripod today because it requires some tripod stability. And it's just like a random idea that I just thought of in my mind earlier this morning. But basically, it kind of involves like, so you have the locked off shot on the tripod, okay? So you gotta picture this as I'm describing it. You have a solid shot of like, it could be anything, like some scenic shot. And then I tried to position it where in the middle of the frame, you have people walking across. So for me, I went to Columbus Circle because I knew that there's a bunch of crosswalks, and I could stand at the edge of one of them and get the people walking across the frame from left to right. I know I can do this. It's just going to take so much time to edit this, but essentially this is the base shot that I took right here. So this is Columbus Circle looking down. So you've got the Central Park is to the left, and you're basically standing at the furthest southwest corner right here. I made a video in the past few weeks where I took this static shot of the Empire State Building, and essentially the idea behind this was like, everything in the shot is very normal except for one aspect, which is this bending building that's going on. So similarly, in this new video idea, similar concept, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this shot of the street here. It's kind of ground level, very like straight on. And I'm gonna have on the sides where these cars are driving by, that's gonna be the normal aspect of this. So you're gonna have the normal cars driving by, but where these people are standing in the center of the frame when they cross the street, I'm gonna edit it so that basically the stuff that's happening on the sides of the frame are gonna be completely normal, but the people in the center are gonna be like flashing by. And then I can kind of do super fast shutter speed where I can freeze them in action, like basically essentially capture their movement when they're in the very center of the frame, like as they're walking across from left to right. And then, this is the part that's gonna take a long time in editing, but basically I would take all of those photos and cut them out one by one. So you'll have like, I don't know, I probably took like 2,000 photos and then maybe only like 500 of them are good. And then cut out each of those 500 people from the photos. And then I could do like in a video, let's say I changed the frame every single frame. So it'd be like 24 photos of people per second. And I think that it's gonna create a really cool kind of a looping video with just kind of the movement of people kind of like rapidly changing. You have basically a static image in the background and then you have people rapidly changing throughout the shot. So in total, I spent probably 2 hours standing on this corner. I took this video clip and then the photos. And the photos, I took about 3,300 photos. And of those photos, probably like 150, 250 of those will actually be used. And then it's just gonna come down to taking the time to take those 200 photos and just editing them one at a time to have all the footage necessary for this little video I'm making. What's crazy is that I have 128 gigs inside of my memory card in my camera. And for the first time, I was just doing photos. I filled up the entire card today. So that took about 2 hours of just burst shooting. And I don't think I've ever like fully filled up an entire memory card that's 128 gigs in one single session. It's definitely a first for me. Thanks for watching the video. Next week is my vacation week, so I'm taking a couple of days off from work. That'll be in next week's video. It's been year 13, week number 668. Next week will be week number 669.